So we're now, a couple of days away from Saturday's big Jordan drop, a release which a few people might be checking for. I mean, who am I kidding? We're talking about these Undefeated 4s, a sneaker which I've made a few videos on here and there, but as far as this latest update, I just want to say I'm kind of sick to my stomach. These resale prices, they're disgusting. I want to use the word disturbing. Now, this is a look at what the email will look like if you entered the pre-launch raffle, which you'll get this big, huge email. Imagine waking up to this right here, an image, this big ass orange font talking about congratulations, still undefeated. I'd be like, yes! Only to finish the email talking about, hey Tyler, we're sorry, you were not selected to purchase the Undefeated Jordan 4, which, bruh, like, this is the problem with being a sneakerhead. It's like all the stress, you know, all the hype and excitement leading up to a release only to be disappointed like this. But then you head over to StockX. We're low-key growing old, man, by the minute, bruh. Like, sneakerheads are known to die early in life due to all the stress right here. As we take a look at these resale prices, I'm like, bruh, these Undefeated 4s, look, just for example, these retail at what, $230 a piece, right? Now, when you take a look at these resale prices on the market early, I mean, look at what we're looking at here, right? Smallest sizes are looking absolutely ridiculous. So let's start off with something that's a little bit more reasonable, right? Okay, I see a 7.5 going for $438, but then again, like, who's out here rocking a 7.5? Like, I feel like that's a real smallest size for, like, I guess reserved for a certain demographic. We're not gonna go that far, but once we get into your more common sizes, I guess let's just talk about like a size 10, $608, like, bruh. Ain't nobody trying to pay a ticket like that for a sneaker which retails for $230. Like, just for example, I could go out here and grab a white pair of Air Force Ones and be cool and have a calm little like 500, you know, to still go about my day and everything like that. I mean, just take for example, look at these prices, bro. Like, we have a size 11.5 going for $750. Like, am I about to pay over the price like that for a pair of shoes like this when I could just go ahead and grab a pair of Aqua 8s, which are sitting everywhere, and have still like a nice little chunk of change in my pockets like that? I mean, look at this, bro. This is absolutely ridiculous. And then let's say if I had to grab my girl a size 6.5 or something like that, size 6, bro, $1,000. Are you crazy, bro? She'd have to settle for like a pair of Timbs, and I still have like a calm little 800 in my pocket right here. So what I'm trying to get at right now is that these prices are low-key making my stomach hurt. Like, I almost spit out my drink this morning, you know, just doing research, because you guys already know this is for research purposes only. I'm not out here paying resale. Matter of fact, I'm not advocating for anybody to pay resale out here for any of these shoes, because at this point, bro, like, this is absolutely ridiculous. You got a Jordan was just dropped last weekend. Them joints are sitting, but now we got the Undefeated 4s dropping and everybody's going absolutely crazy for this. But do not panic, because we got these resellers out here dropping pre-orders as well. So I came across this via Twitter. I'm not really sure who this guy is or anything like that. It says, Snipe Kick, something like that. Anyways, well, he's doing a justice for the sneaker community, which I feel like $700 for a pre-order of a sneaker, which right here via StockX is going for like, what, $800? I mean, when you talk about a pre-order, what y'all think about that right here? Kind of crazy, which at the end of the day, when you talk about these joints right here, bro, like, if I want to be as salty as ever for everybody that took an L, you know, I'm standing up for the little people right here. Like, bro, these are essentially just a medium craft with a pair of orange laces, bro. Like, I don't get the hype behind Undefeated, but let me stop capping, man. These are a legendary sneaker.
The shoe. Damn.
So such a dope moment for the sneaker community. And before we bounce, one more quick little history lesson. What we're looking at right here is the original Undefeated Jordan 4 sample, which apparently is based off founder Eddie Cruz's BlackBerry phone from back in the day. Now, I think at one point I did actually have a BlackBerry myself, but I'm not really sure exactly what it looked like. I thought them joints were like black or something like that. But there is a cool little backstory behind these, which goes the samples, which had just landed on Nike campus when Eminem happened to be visiting. He saw them and it was love at first sight. M wasted no time. He let it be known he wanted the exact same color for his own Air Jordan 4. Worked out a great deal with Eddie Cruz, and the rest is history. That deal would eventually lead to the design of what we know now as the olive green Undefeated 4s. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, these blue black joints, they're absolutely crazy. The Eminem 4s, them joints are classic as well. Them joints are crazy. Can y'all imagine if something like that was to ever get a retail release? When you talk about grails coming out the vault, that would be absolutely crazy. These Undefeated 4s, many people thought would never happen. So can you imagine if Jordan brand was to pull a grail like that out the vault? Can y'all say like 2026? That would be crazy right there. Now, when you talk about this shoe right here, do you guys feel like Undefeated made the right decision, you know, by actually releasing the olive green pair, which we see now? Or do you feel like they should have just kept it with this one right here? I ain't gonna lie, y'all, like while I do feel like these go crazy, I'm gonna have to stick with the olive green. I feel like that was actually made for a reason. It was the perfect decision based off that flight jacket. They go crazy. So salute, man. If you guys missed out on the early raffle, of course, good luck to everybody for Saturday's big drop. A huge moment for sneakerheads, one of the biggest drops of the summer. Matter of fact, biggest drops of the entire year. This kind of reminds me of like, let's say when we saw, you know, the Union collab drop earlier this year, or like the Nigel Bricks. It's just every so often we get a really huge sneaker like this, which everybody's trying to get their hands on. But this one's a lot more special, I would say, you know, with the history and everything surrounding this drop. So full circle moment for sneakerheads. Again, good luck to everybody on Saturday. Just wanted to check in with you guys. Have some fun today, man. So JATV, I appreciate everybody. I'll check in with y'all soon. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.